All right, I'm going to make a pattern brush today. You'll see that I've created a series of tiles, and these tiles relate to the pattern brushes. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to take this and drag it over to the brush button in your panels. Wait until you get that green circle and then drop it in. That'll bring up this menu and choose Pattern Brush. You have Art Brush, Scatter Brush, choose Pattern Brush. Okay, and then it creates a pattern brush for you. On the corners, you have a couple different options. Some of them are terrible. Most of them are auto-centered, auto-in-between, but I built my own corners because then I can control what's going on. So I'm going to select that, drag it over, hover, hold Alt, and when I press Alt, it allows me to drop it in that tile rather than creating a new brush, and you'll now see that the original is the one that I've got. I'm going to do the same on the inside corner here, so hover over, get to the brush I want, get to the tile I want, hold Alt, okay, drop that in, and now I've got that there. Get some end caps as well, so when it terminates, put that on the end cap, get my other end cap, drag it over to the button, wait for it to highlight, hover, hold Alt, press OK. And now you can draw with it. So I'm just going to draw a line, and I'm going to apply this to my stroke, and you see that when there are corners, or when it's straight, or when it's curved, it automatically adds the tiles that you created and dragged in there. So you can use your brush, you can use your pen tool, and where it curves, it curves. You've got some kind of McFarlane spawn chains going on there. And you can start with a brush and then switch to a pen tool. Wherever you add corners, you'll get those. Wherever you add straight lines, you'll get the tiles where you made straight lines. Occasionally, you're going to get some distortion, some stuff that doesn't make sense with your tiles. And so you can, adjust that with your anchor point tool or something along those lines. But there's the pattern brush. A couple things that I want to point out about making your own brushes. So you'll notice that up here, you have a corner, you have a straight line, you have another corner, you have an end cap, and you have an end cap. Notice how this arrow relates to this arrow, right? So this shape here, if you make that shape and put your tiles down, you will notice that I have my corner tile and corner tile, my straight tile and my straight tile, my corner tile, my corner tile, start tile, end tile, end tile. I have a tile for each of the 5 of these. That's helpful. And then you'll notice that I could have come in here like this and done this, okay, and shrunk this down. That doesn't make sense for my corner tiles, and then it's really hard to line them up. So if all of the tiles are exactly the same, when you're using your artboards, okay, all of these artboards are exactly the same, that will help. And then the other thing, there's a little trick, is you actually have to have part of the shape come through that is also the same size. So if I were to grab each of these and drag them off of their artboards, you will see that each one has an invisible box that has no fill and no stroke. That's exactly the same size, and that way the computer knows how to handle that. So it doesn't resize it for you because it's going to try to guess. So if everything is exactly the same size and lines up, notice my rules and my guides, lines up as it exits that tile, then it'll work okay.